Welcome to Armchair Classics, where today I'll be giving you the rundown on the Epic of Gilgamesh, the world's first buddy cop meets immortality quest story. The epic opens by telling you how cool the city of Uruk is and how you should totally study its foundation and examine the brickwork of the walls. Examine it, I said. So, the king there, Gilgamesh, is a demigod, and while that makes him totally awesome, he's also a bit of a meanie, forcing the men into labor and raping the women. The people of Uruk get understandably displeased with this arrangement and pray for a solution. Enter Enkidu, sent by the gods as an equal to Gilgamesh. The key difference here is that Enkidu lives in the woods with all the animals instead of in Uruk with all of the people. After having a run-in with a temple prostitute from Uruk, Enkidu learns about Gilgamesh and decides that he wants to 1v1 him IRL. So he goes to Uruk and challenges him to a duel. They fight, Gilgamesh wins, and then they become best friends because that's how things worked back then. Later, the intrepid duo set out to fight Huwawa, the demon of the cedar forest, who I can only assume went evil after his force was used for about one too many IKEA sets. So they kill it because they're awesome. Next, the goddess Ishtar shuffles up to Gilgamesh like, "Hey Gilgamesh, I saw you totally murder that demon back there, and I think you're super cool. Would you want to just, get a cup of coffee sometime and also get married?" And Gilgamesh is like, sorry lady, but I'll pass. So she gets pissed and sends the bull of heaven after them, and of course, Gilgamesh and Enkidu instantly kill it. So the gods decide to take a more direct approach and smite Enkidu with fatal death disease, which was very common back then. It was a very difficult thing for the doctors to figure out, but thankfully they did. Right as Enkidu is about to die, he's all, "Well, this frickin' sucks. I should have stayed in the forest where I didn't get mysterious diseases all the time." And Gilgamesh is like, whoa, dude, what about our friendship? And Enkidu is all, "Oh, right. Yeah, I'm actually really glad that I came here, Gilgamesh, because I got to meet you when we got to have friendship. Hooray for friendship!" And then he dies instantly, and Gilgamesh is all, "How could this happen to me?" Brooding like mad and paranoid about his own death, Gilgamesh does the only logical thing in response and seeks out this guy Utnapishtim to find the secret to immortality. After some journeying, Gilgamesh comes to a bar by the Waters of Death owned by Siduri, who tells Gilgamesh to stop frickin' whining about death and enjoy the pleasures of life while he can. Charon, Urshanabi, ferries Gilgamesh to Noah, Utnapishtim, who tells Gilgamesh that he survived the flood because the god Ea warned him in time for him to build an ark, and then afterwards the gods decided to give him eternal life because why not? Gilgamesh insists that he be allowed into the immortality frat too, and Utnapishtim hazes him by making him stay awake for a week, which Gilgamesh instantly fails at doing. Utnapishtim is about to send him on his merry way when his wife convinces him to tell Gilgamesh about a special plant that restores youth. Gilgamesh is like, "Sweet, on it," and finds the plant at the bottom of the ocean of death, and immediately after, a snake steals it and runs away. Wow, that was fast. So an understandably bummed Gilgamesh returns to Uruk empty-handed, but with his mortality reconciled.